morning, Sunday morning. Got my babe, got my girl with me. Henry is outside. Oh, look at the state of that. Is outside eating the remains of the fat balls on the ground. I'm not going to be able to have fat balls, I think, because all he does is ask to go out there. Because, you know, we don't feed him. He's starved. Sorry. Bit of honey love there. I'm just saying a quick good morning. As you can see, I'm not really with it yet. I'm not dressed. Oh, she'll go. So, but on the cards today is my kitchen. It's a disaster zone because I haven't really, well, I haven't cleaned it or tidied up since the plumbers were here. So I'm going to be spending about an hour on that. I'm going to put some Christmas music on, which I probably won't be able to record the music, will I? Because I'll probably get hammered by licensing things. But I'm going to time-lapse it so you can see it before and after. If it works. If it doesn't, I'll probably just come back with a picture. So you have to imagine the Christmas music. Because I feel quite Christmassy after yesterday. Oh, what's she doing? This quilt here was sent to me by a friend. That was amazing. I just kept blown away when people, you know, she was a friend. We've done swaps before, but she made, and it's hand sewn. I'll have to show you that another time. It's on the back of the settee. It doesn't get dogged. The bottom, it sometimes get a bit dirty, but I brush it down every day. But I want it out. I want to see it. Can you hear that? That's my washing machine singing to me, telling me that the wash load is finished. So look at that. I've already got a wash load in this morning. I'm on it, babe. Okay. Here we go for some accountability. This area here was from last night's dinner because I was too tired. I got home, I cooked dinner, but I was too tired to clear up afterwards, and nobody else does, so we're walking through. So the island and that side, these are all things that were in the sink, cupboard under the sink, because we had to empty that out for the plumbers to get to. On there is half of there's some of my purchases from yesterday. Oh, McDonald's cup, ignore that. And we come around here. Again, clutter, 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 clutter. My basil plant needs a water. The clock was on the wall where the radiator is now, so we've got to find a new home for that because I keep looking up to the radiator and it doesn't tell the time. And we come around here. Cluttered table. Disgusting floor because it's wet. Cute puppy. New radiators. And then back. So that is my job for this morning. Wow, I can't believe it's 10 to 1. And I've just sat down and I've actually done the kitchen. So I have done some bits in between. So I've just been down to feed the fish. Oh, that was a bit of a wobble. I'm resting the phone on our big clock that's on the island at the moment. As you've just seen, I'm sitting on my cup of coffee. I don't normally have lunch until about 1:30, 2 o'clock. So this is kind of a mid-morning sit down for me, if that makes any sense. Oh, and I've repotted the little plant that I talked about repotting a couple of days ago. And I've just done that as well. So I'm feeling fairly satisfied. And now, while I drink my coffee, I am going to cast on my pair of DK socks. So I will come and do a little show and tell with my knitting a bit later. And I'll stop now because this is wobbling and it's going to be really annoying. Let's do another walkthrough. So we did the before. Dun, 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 dun. I'm feeling pretty pleased. We are all clear. We are all clear. Washing up, island. All done. Sorry, I don't want to go too fast, but then I don't want it to be slow and boring. So there. Look, you can see work surface. You can see my table. You can see the floor without all the dirt and grot on it. The settee will always be messy, but at least it's clean. And there we go. Oh, he's a happy bunny. The end of another day. It's actually not the end of another day, of course. It's only tea time, but that's pretty much when I wrap things up so that I can get this uploaded and then have a bit of an evening. We didn't watch a Christmas film last night. So by the time I got sorted and what have you, I wasn't in the mood. So I think maybe tonight. Having said that, Gary's been working all day. He's not home yet. So it depends what time he gets in and how he feels as to whether we watch, there's a bit of dog going on in the background, whether we watch a film. But I've worked pretty hard today. I'm really pleased. Mum and Dad have been around this afternoon for a cuppa. And that was really nice and a bit of a catch up. And also, as well as all my, that's Honey having a drink. So if you can hear the slurping sounds, I apologise. As well as doing a lot of cleaning and sorting out, because I've done some washing as well. Now Henry's going to have a drink. This could go on for quite a while. He drinks a lot. They've just had their dinner, so. I will carry on. I'm sure you can hear me. And just think of it as, you know, ambiance. There you go, he stopped. I've been working on the socks that I said I was going to cast on. So I have cast on the Juniper socks by Helen Stewart. And I've done the first pattern repeat, which you can't see an awful lot. If I do that, shall I do the whole podcasty thing? The colour is so pretty. I probably wouldn't have chosen this colour, but it's, Emily, you nailed it. This is the Yarnberry yarn, Tea with Tumnus, and it's kind of a really warm, fawny, pinky colour with purple undertones. It's really, really pretty. So yeah, I've done the first pattern repeat. So I will be picking that up through the week, and in my fabulous Tula bag by Little Grey Girl, or made by the Little Grey Girl. Obviously she didn't design the fabric. I'm sure she could. Oh dear, I've got a tangle now. We have not one, but two toes. So these are going to be the Cocoon Socks by Mina Phillip. And as I said, I'm going to knit them concurrently. So I've done the toes. I decided to do them toe up. Look at this. Just for a change, really. Just to mix it up a bit. Gary went to bed early last night, actually. And he had on the telly, we've just been channel hopping, and Independence Day was on. The first one, the original one. And so he went up to bed, and I found myself just sitting, knitting on those sock toes, watching Independence Day, which I love. I love Independence Day. Excusez-moi. And I watched it up till about 10 o'clock to the bits where Bill Pullman, President, what is his name? Anyway, he makes the speech. We shall not go quietly, blah, 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 blah. And I love that. And I love the rest of it, but I thought actually I really needed to get to bed. So, but I managed to get those two toes done. So once again, the pattern, which is no good showing you the design on here because it's black and white and you can't see it, but it's the Cocoon Socks by Mina Phillip. Last year I was a member of one of Mina's sock clubs. So every other month we would get a sock pattern. And it was great. I knit probably half of them as they came out. And then one of them, I don't do cables on socks. No. Ain't no one got time for cables on socks. And that's like, because lots of people do. And I think they look fantastic. But I just can't be doing with the fiddly diddling. So a couple of them I didn't do. But these ones, were there waiting. And again, this is the whole thing. Hang on, how long have I? Oh, 5 minutes. Okay, we're all right. When I said about not being on Ravelry anymore, if I was on Ravelry now, I would probably thought, I want to cast on some socks. And I would have gone on there. I would have gone through my queue. Then I would have gone on the what's hot right now. And then I would have seen what other people were doing. And I would have undoubtedly ended up purchasing a pattern. Instead, I went to my library, which I downloaded from when I was on Ravelry. I have all my patterns, and I found, I had the Helen Stewart patterns in there. I had the Mina Phillip Sock Club patterns in there, and I also picked a pattern out of one of my sock books. So really, it was brilliant. I'm so pleased that it's happening. And that's not to say that one day in the future I may dip back onto Ravelry. I mean, I know I can still buy patterns and things from there as a guest. So if there is something that I really desperately want, but rather than waking up in the morning to get dressed and going to a shop straight away to say, oh, what is there that I can wear today? I'll buy something new. I woke up and I looked at what I already had hanging in my wardrobe. And that's the way I look at it. Anyway, we all have our own way, don't we? Each to their own, and all those kind of cliches. So I've talked enough. It's time for me to say good evening. Sounds like a newsreader, doesn't it?
I hope you've had a really restful Sunday. And if you're just getting up and watching this, I hope you have a really restful, blessed Sunday. And I will see you tomorrow for more of the same. We're over halfway through now. Can't believe I've been doing this this will be the 17th day, apart from the one day I missed with my cold. But yeah, we'll see you for another Monday. Chez moi, come and join in the fun of whatever tomorrow holds. Ta-da!